Hi everyone, welcome back to Wise Wealth. I'm Kazu, and I'm here to help you live a life that's not tied down by money. Whether you're staying in a job just because it pays well or giving up on your dreams due to financial constraints. Through this channel, we're learning how to achieve financial freedom by understanding the principles of accounting and making smart financial decisions. In our last video, we discussed how material goods like houses and cars lose value over time through depreciation. Today, we'll dive deeper into the hidden dangers of depreciation and why it's critical to manage your balance sheet (BS) to avoid financial trouble. The dangers of depreciation: debt that outlasts the value of your assets. The real risk of depreciation is that if, one day, you can no longer make your mortgage or car payments and need to sell those assets, you might find that the sale won't cover the remaining debt. This happens when the value of your house or car has depreciated to the point that selling them won't pay off your outstanding loan balance. When you look at your balance sheet (BS), this becomes painfully clear. This situation occurs when you're in a state of negative equity, also known as being underwater or having negative net worth. Even if you sell all your assets, the remaining liabilities, debts, would still exceed your total asset value. This is when your net worth becomes negative. Why most people don't realize this risk? The problem is that most people don't keep a balance sheet. They aren't aware of how quickly their house or car is depreciating compared to the debt they still owe. Years after buying these assets, they suddenly find themselves in a situation where they owe more than the asset is worth. If they had been regularly updating and reviewing their BS, they would have seen this coming. A well-maintained balance sheet gives you an accurate snapshot of your financial health. It tells you if your liabilities are growing faster than your assets are depreciating, allowing you to make informed decisions before it's too late. A real-world example. Let's look at an example. Say you take out a $500,000 loan with a 1% interest rate, paying it back over 35 years. After 10 years, your remaining debt will be $374,511. Meanwhile, the house you bought for $400,000 has depreciated, and if we assume it depreciates to half its value in 20 years, after 10 years, it might only be worth around $200,000. The land is worth $100,000, but this will not be depreciated. Now, let's say that due to education costs for your children, you haven't been able to save any money in those 10 years. Your retained earnings becomes minus $50,000, which you had $150,000 10 years ago. This would leave you in a situation where even if you sell the house, the sale price won't cover your remaining debt, leading to the worst-case scenario where you're left with outstanding liabilities. This is why it's so important to manage your BS. If you regularly track how much your assets are worth and compare it to how much debt you still have, you'll be able to identify when your financial situation is becoming risky. It will also help you plan for the future and avoid situations where you might need to sell off assets and still be left with debt. The truth is, many people don't realize they're in financial trouble until they're already deep in it. Keeping a close eye on your BS helps you avoid this trap and allows you to make adjustments before depreciation puts you in a tough spot. Let's continue building our financial knowledge and working towards wise wealth together.